Welcome to today's story, Shadows Unveiled, Book 1 of the Shadows Legacy. Embark on Ethan's profound journey as he grapples with loss, discovers an ancient lineage, and navigates a world shrouded in mystery. Join him in a narrative that unfolds his path to finding peace amidst turmoil, unveiling hidden truths, and embracing the legacy within. In Shadows Unveiled, witness Ethan's transformative odyssey of self-discovery, resilience, and the stirring revelations that pave the way for his destined role in the Shadows legacy. The desolate outskirts of Nova Prime painted a canvas of desolation and despair, an unfamiliar terrain for the Rivers family's opulence. Ethan's apprehension simmered beneath the facade of a rare family outing, a subtle tension that coiled within him. As they navigated the grim streets, Ethan's unease amplified, an instinctual foreboding that gnawed at his insides. His parents, attempting to veil their unease with forced cheer, couldn't conceal the ominous undertone that permeated the air. An abrupt explosion ruptured the eerie silence, shattering the facade of normalcy. Panic surged through Ethan as his parents urgently guided him toward cover, a dumpster looming nearby. His mother's frantic pleas for him to hide reverberated in the chaos, igniting a primal fear within him. "Stay quiet, Ethan," his father whispered urgently as they huddled within the recesses of the container. Ethan's trembling hands clutched at the dumpster's edges, the stench unbearable, his fear overwhelming. Through the cracks of the dumpster, Ethan witnessed the unfolding tragedy. Shadows danced in the chaos, sinister figures orchestrating the nightmare before his eyes. His parents, pillars of strength, stood amidst the turmoil, their faces contorted in agony, blood staining their clothing. His mother's agonized cries pierced the cacophony, each anguished plea a knife in Ethan's heart. The world condensed to the confines of the dumpster, a realm of terror and anguish. As the violence escalated, Ethan glimpsed the shadowy figure, the orchestrator of the chaos, turning his gaze toward the dumpster, a chilling sense of awareness in his eyes. Dread coiled around Ethan's heart. The figure's gaze seemed to pierce through the darkness, locking onto his hiding place. Gunshots echoed through the desolate alley, each deafening blast a terrifying reminder of the brutality unfolding before him. His parents' suffering, their desperate attempts to shield him from the onslaught, seared into Ethan's mind, an unbearable burden that threatened to suffocate him. As the chaos subsided, Ethan emerged from the confines of the dumpster, his senses assaulted by the nightmarish tableau. His parents lay sprawled on the cold ground, agony etched on their faces, their silent screams echoing within Ethan's soul. The chaotic echoes of violence faded into a disorienting haze for Ethan. Overwhelmed by fear and anguish, his consciousness faltered, slipping into a numbing darkness that engulfed his senses. When awareness returned, it was a gradual awakening to a macabre reality. Ethan's eyes fluttered open, his vision clouded by disorientation. The acrid taste of blood and the pungent odor of decay assaulted his senses. A distant haze of pain seeped through his body, but his mind remained shrouded in a fog of trauma. As consciousness clawed its way back, the scene before him materialized in grisly detail. His parents, still figures amid the desolate ground, bore the marks of unfathomable violence, blood seeping into the cracks of the worn pavement, an eerie silence shrouding their once vibrant existence. Ethan struggled to comprehend the nightmarish tableau, the remnants of his family's life painted in tragedy. His breaths came in shallow gasps, terror clawing at his chest. The traumatic events unfolded like a fragmented nightmare, reality blending with haunting flashes of agony and loss. Dread coiled around him as memories resurfaced, the shadowy figure, the chaos, the desperation that had torn his family asunder. His mind wrestled with the unbearable weight of witnessing their pain, an indelible scar etched into his soul. The chill of the night seeped into his bones, contrasting starkly with the warmth that once emanated from his parents' love. A distant ache throbbed within him, not merely physical but a haunting echo of the emotional turmoil that had shattered his world. The air hung heavy with the lingering aftermath of violence, the silence a mournful lament to lives irrevocably lost. Ethan lay amidst the ruins of his family's existence, grappling with the unfathomable, his heart a cavern of despair. As Ethan grappled with the harrowing scene, his trembling fingers reached for the communicator embedded in his wristband. With quivering breaths, he activated the device, summoning his personal butler, Jarvis, in a voice choked with anguish. "Jarvis, I need you. Please, pick me up." Ethan's voice wavered, barely audible over the tremors of distress that engulfed him. In moments, the sleek, silent vehicle arrived, Jarvis at the wheel, a stoic presence amid the chaos that had unraveled Ethan's world. Without a word, Jarvis guided Ethan into the plush confines of the car, the cushioned seats offering a semblance of comfort amidst the turmoil. Alone in the cocooned sanctuary of the vehicle, Ethan crumbled beneath the weight of his trauma. His composure shattered, tears streamed down his face, each droplet a testament to the ocean of anguish within him. The dam of emotions breached, releasing an agonizing torrent he could no longer contain. With each heaving sob, Ethan's body convulsed, the weight of his loss overwhelming his senses. Jarvis, the unwavering guardian, offered no words, his presence a silent reassurance as Ethan surrendered to the inexorable tide of grief. Exhausted from the emotional turmoil, Ethan succumbed to a restless slumber. His tear-stained face relaxed into an uneasy calm, the pain of the night's horrors still etched in the creases of his troubled expression as sleep enveloped him in a shroud of numbing darkness. The morning light filtered through the tinted windows of the river's penthouse, casting a pallid glow upon the opulent surroundings. Ethan sat on the edge of his bed, his gaze vacant, staring into the abyss of his shattered existence. The events of the previous night loomed over him like a haunting specter, their echoes reverberating in his mind. He traced the contours of his wristband, the communicator that had summoned Jarvis, a stark reminder of the moment when his world imploded. The room, once vibrant with warmth and laughter, now bore the silent testimony of his grief. The air hung heavy with a stifling sense of loss, each corner a repository of memories tainted by tragedy. Jarvis, the faithful butler, moved silently about the penthouse, a solemn presence amidst the pervasive emptiness. His impassive facade, a facade Ethan knew concealed a torrent of emotions, mirrored the surreal sense of detachment Ethan felt. Ethan's thoughts drifted to the AI butler's memory card he had surreptitiously taken, its digital archive the only testament to the gruesome events that had robbed him of his family. He clutched the device in his trembling hands, torn between the desire to unearth the truth and the fear of confronting the agonizing memories buried within. The city beyond the penthouse hummed with life, oblivious to the torment that plagued Ethan's existence. Nova Prime, a labyrinth of contrasts, whispered tales of opulence and destitution, a stark divide emblematic of his fractured reality. With a heavy heart, Ethan rose from the edge of his bed, the weight of grief dragging him into the day ahead. Every step carried the burden of 1,000 shattered dreams, every breath an agonizing reminder of the void that consumed him. As the city stirred to life, Ethan Rivers, cloaked in the shroud of incomprehensible loss, stood at the precipice of an unfathomable journey. The shadows of morning cast their pall over his fragmented soul, guiding him through the labyrinthine corridors of grief, where the whispers of his parents' memory lingered, a haunting reminder of the life he once knew. The suffocating stillness of the penthouse was disrupted by an unexpected visit. Ethan's closest confidants, Alex and Maya, arrived, their concern palpable in their somber expressions. They crossed the threshold, a silent pact of solidarity in their presence. "Ethan, we're here for you." Alex's voice carried a tone of unwavering support, his eyes mirroring the weight of Ethan's grief. Maya, her empathy a balm to Ethan's anguish, spoke softly, "We can't fathom what you're going through, but we want to help, in any way we can." Though Ethan resisted, his friend's insistence and their shared bond coaxed him to open up. The trio sat amidst the echoes of sorrow, their shared silence a testament to the unspoken understanding that bound them. As Ethan recounted the nightmarish events, his friends listened with empathy, their unwavering support a beacon in the storm of his grief. Tentative whispers of their own fears intertwined with Ethan's anguish, bonding them in a collective resolve to seek justice. Despite Ethan's initial resistance, Alex and Maya, their determination unwavering, broached the idea of delving into the investigation. "We need to find answers," Alex asserted, his voice tinged with determination. "We owe it to your parents." Maya's gaze met Ethan's, her words laced with gentle insistence. "Ethan, please let us help you. You're not alone in this." Reluctantly, Ethan conceded, swayed by the tenacity and loyalty of his friends. Their proposal to uncover the truth, however perilous, resonated with his desire for closure, however elusive it seemed. In the heart of their shared grief, Ethan, Alex, and Maya forged an unspoken pact, a bond strengthened in sorrow, bound by the resolve to confront the malevolent forces that had torn Ethan's world asunder. Together, they embarked on an uncertain path, weaving through the labyrinth of shadows, in pursuit of answers, justice, and the elusive peace that seemed so far beyond their reach. As the evening waned and Ethan, Alex, and Maya gathered around a labyrinth of clues, their shared determination to unravel the truth forged a fragile shield against the consuming sorrow. Together, they navigated the maze of digital trails and cryptic whispers that concealed the malevolent secrets of Nova Prime. Yet, amidst their collective pursuit, a disquieting shadow lingered over Ethan's thoughts. The proximity of his friends in this treacherous undertaking offered solace, Yet Ethan couldn't shake the ominous premonition that gnawed at his heart, a harbinger of looming peril on the horizon. With each step deeper into the underbelly of the city, Ethan's unease heightened. The labyrinth of investigation seemed fraught with invisible snares, a chilling reminder of the unseen dangers lurking within the folds of the truth they sought. As Maya and Alex deciphered cryptic messages and clandestine clues, their shared resolve echoed with an undercurrent of danger, an unspoken symphony of trepidation that resonated with Ethan's foreboding. The pursuit of justice seemed to unravel a darker tapestry, one that threatened not just closure but the very safety of his steadfast friends. In the midst of their relentless investigation, Ethan grappled with conflicting emotions, a yearning for resolution entwined with a haunting premonition of an impending storm. The harmony of their determined pursuit seemed punctuated by discordant notes of looming danger, a dissonance that echoed through the corridors of his troubled mind. Amidst the labyrinth of truth and shadows, Ethan Rivers, accompanied by his steadfast companions, stood at the precipice of a perilous journey. With a heart heavy with both resolve and dread, he steeled himself for the tempest that awaited, an uncertain odyssey that might not only unearth the sinister truth but also threaten the safety of those who stood beside him. Their unity a fragile shield against the looming shadows. Ethan, Alex, and Maya forged deeper into the labyrinth of Nova Prime's shadows, their determination unyielding amidst the looming specter of danger. The trio convened in Ethan's penthouse, digital fragments and cryptic clues sprawled across the holographic interface before them. As the night draped the city in its shroud, their investigation ventured into the darker corners of the metropolis. Each lead unraveled layers of deception, exposing the underbelly of a society veiled in a facade of prosperity. The trio encountered elusive informants, their exchanges cloaked in ambiguity, leaving behind breadcrumbs of obscured truths that led to dead ends and puzzling contradictions. Ethan's unease grew palpable, a disquieting sense of an impending threat lurking within the shadows they probed. His premonitions intensified as their quest for truth unraveled sinister revelations, hinting at a pervasive malevolence concealed beneath the city's glossy exterior. The digital imprints and fragmented recordings they discovered painted a haunting picture, a portrait of deception woven into the very fabric of Nova Prime. The closer they edged toward the truth, the more enigmatic and perilous their journey became. As the trio delved into Nova Prime's labyrinthine underbelly, their pursuit of truth unveiled a mosaic of cryptic clues and shadowy whispers. Fragmented recordings hinted at covert meetings and obscured identities, leaving a trail of half-truths in their wake. The encrypted messages they unearthed contained veiled references to an elusive figure, a nameless orchestrator whose influence threaded through the city's clandestine networks. These hints whispered of an enigmatic force known only by a cryptic alias, the Phantom Broker, whose web of influence extended beyond the tangible reach of law and order. A holographic projection retrieved from a discarded data cache revealed shadowy silhouettes engaged in clandestine dealings, their obscured faces hinting at an intricate network of masked operatives, an obscured tapestry that hinted at a deeper conspiracy. Their investigation led them to a deserted sector of the city, where an informant known as Silhouette awaited, a clandestine figure whose enigmatic disclosures teased at the existence of an insidious power manipulating Nova Prime from the shadows. In the clandestine meeting, Silhouette spoke in cryptic whispers, weaving a narrative of a clandestine power structure that extended its tendrils through the city's corridors of influence. Their words alluded to the machinations of an entity that operated beyond the purview of justice, a web of corruption and deceit entrenched within the city's very foundation. However, amidst the elusive disclosures, Silhouette's warnings reverberated, a foreboding sense of danger lurking beneath the surface, an ominous foreshadowing of the peril that awaited those who dared to unravel the intricate web of deceit. The trio departed from the desolate rendezvous, their minds awash with puzzling revelations and the disquieting realization that their pursuit of truth had cast them into the tangled web of Nova Prime's clandestine power play. As they traversed the shadows, Ethan, Alex, and Maya grappled with the ominous truths unveiled. The elusive Phantom Broker and their network of obscured operatives posed a menacing threat that loomed larger than they could have fathomed. A perilous foe concealed within the shadows of the city they sought to redeem. The trio's journey into the outskirts of Nova Prime led them through a stark contrast of opulence and desolation. Dilapidated structures and weary faces lined the neglected alleys, painting a picture of disparity against the backdrop of the affluent city. Ethan, Alex, and Maya cautiously engaged with the wary residents, coaxing out fragmented information that hinted at the elusive Shadow Loom, a derelict textile factory steeped in rumors, believed to house the clandestine dealings of the enigmatic Phantom Broker. Their inquiries attracted unwanted attention, culminating in a tense altercation with local criminals. Torn between retreat and persistence, they narrowly escaped the brewing conflict, the echoes of threats from those guarding the broker's secrets lingering in their wake. Despite the danger, their determination to unravel the mystery persevered. Whispers among the residents indicated the shadow loom as the linchpin in the phantom broker's intricate web of influence and secrecy. The trio's arrival at the looming structure was met with a haunting silence. The factory's worn facade hinted at its former glory, now an imposing relic steeped in enigma. Rumors circulated among the residents, suggesting a concealed entrance, an entry point to the heart of the phantom broker's clandestine domain. Ethan, driven by an unrelenting thirst for truth, surveyed the exterior, searching for subtle clues amidst the decay. Maya and Alex, equally determined, scoured the surroundings for any indication of the elusive entrance. Whispers grew louder, a chorus of tales about a hidden access point obscured by time and neglect. Amongst the overgrowth, faint markings revealed themselves, a faint etching on the aged brickwork, hinting at a portal lost to the passage of time. Their anticipation surged as the trio converged upon the covert entrance, shrouded by the overgrown foliage. A hushed excitement, tinged with apprehension, filled the air as they stood before this clandestine threshold, an enigmatic gateway into the heart of the phantom broker's realm. The weight of their discovery hung palpably in the air as they prepared to breach the threshold, poised on the cusp of the unknown, standing on the precipice of the shadow loom's embrace. The trio stepped through the concealed entrance, their footfalls muffled by layers of dust that veiled the floor. An oppressive silence blanketed the interior of the shadow loom, suffocatingly heavy as they ventured into the unknown. Ethan, Alex, and Maya navigated through the labyrinthine corridors, the air thick with a haunting stillness that whispered of forgotten secrets. Shadows danced ominously, casting fleeting illusions that seemed to move with malevolent intent. Creaks echoed through the dilapidated structure, resonating like anguished sighs trapped within its decaying walls. Every corner harbored a menacing aura, shrouded in darkness that clung to their senses, heightening their anxiety with every step. Unexplainable occurrences plagued their progress. Lights flickered erratically, casting disorienting shadows that played sinister games with their perceptions. Phantom echoes reverberated, teasingly close yet infinitely distant, distorting their sense of direction. Illusory shapes flitted across their vision, vanishing into the gloom as they attempted to discern reality from the spectral fabric of their imagination. Each sighting intensified their trepidation, gnawing at the fringes of their sanity. Amidst the disconcerting symphony of creaks and whispers, the trio stumbled upon a central chamber, a heart of darkness that pulsed with enigmatic energy. The darkness within this core seemed tangible, an entity unto itself that watched their every move with a spectral gaze. The building itself seemed to conspire against them, leading them down corridors that twisted and turned, confounding their sense of direction. Floorboards shifted beneath their feet, teasingly leading them astray and amplifying their sense of disorientation. A chilling realization dawned upon the trio: an intangible presence lurked within the shadow loom, an unseen force that observed their every move, toying with their fears and sowing seeds of doubt. The shadow loom, a labyrinth of forgotten corridors, whispered eerie secrets to the trio as they cautiously treaded its desolate paths. Unbeknownst to them, a rookie society member, fueled by fear and misguided devotion, stealthily tracked their every move, his breath shallow with trepidation. Ethan, Alex, and Maya navigated the dilapidated passages, senses on high alert. Suddenly, the rookie, a concoction of panic and fervor, lunged into their path, a desperate attempt to halt their advance. "Careful," Ethan's voice echoed, sidestepping the rookie's frantic grasp. "We're not here to harm anyone. Please, calm down," Maya implored, her voice laced with fear, trying to reason with the escalating panic. The tranquility shattered into a frenzied chaos, a whirlwind of evasion amidst the rookie's desperate attempts. Ethan, driven by urgency, guided the trio through convoluted corridors, narrowly evading the rookie's frenetic lunges. Each missed attack amplified their dread, hearts pounding in sync with their escalating fear. In a sudden twist, the rookie, consumed by sheer panic, reappeared with an alarming abruptness, eliciting startled cries from the trio. "Ack!" Alex's exclamation reverberated, the rookie's sudden reappearance and nerve-jangling surprise. "Where did he come from?" Maya gasped, her heart racing with sudden alarm. Feeling a surge of urgency and a need to protect his friends, Ethan's eyes darted around for any potential defense. Spotting a loose and intriguing wooden staff nearby, he swiftly lunged for it, grasping it with a firm resolve. "Guys, stand back." Ethan's voice, urgent and resolute, instructed his friends as he held the pipe defensively. "Ethan, what are you doing?" Alex's voice wavered, a mix of concern and confusion. With a firm grip on the wooden staff, Ethan cautiously approached the agitated rookie, his movements deliberate yet cautious. The rookie, still in a frenzy, lunged once more, and with calculated precision, Ethan swung the staff, aiming to incapacitate rather than harm. "Stay down." Ethan's voice, commanding and firm, cut through the chaos as the staff connected with a resounding thud, the rookie collapsing in a daze. "Ethan, you knocked him out." Maya's astonishment colored her words, a mix of relief and surprise. With the rookie subdued, Ethan looked to his friends, his chest heaving with adrenaline-fueled tension. "We need to move." As the trio cautiously traversed the labyrinthine corridors, a sinister hush draped over the forsaken passageways. Ethan, Alex, and Maya exchanged anxious glances, their steps cautious, every shadow a potential threat waiting to lunge. A sudden gust of wind, tinged with an unnatural hue of vibrant pink, surged through the hallway, a force that defied logic and unpredictability. The trio braced themselves against the gust, its unexpected power knocking them off balance. "Stay together." Ethan's urgent command was lost amidst the chaotic whirlwind. The inexplicable pink power wind coursed through the corridor with an unstoppable force, sweeping the trio off their feet. Alex and Ethan struggled against the violent currents, their bodies tumbling uncontrollably across the uneven floor. "Maya." Alex's cry of alarm pierced through the wind's tumultuous roar. Maya, caught in the wind's merciless grip, was flung against a nearby wall with a sickening thud. Pain exploded through her body as she crumpled to the ground, a cry escaping her lips. "Maya." Ethan's voice trembled with concern as he and Alex fought against the turbulent force to reach her side. The wind's chaotic dance ceased as abruptly as it had begun, leaving the hallway eerily still. Ethan and Alex scrambled to Maya's side, concern etched into their features as they assessed her condition. "Are you all right?" Alex's voice wavered, his eyes wide with worry as he knelt beside her. Maya winced in pain, clutching her injured arm. "I think it's broken," she managed to gasp through gritted teeth, tears welling in her eyes. Ethan assessed the situation quickly, his mind racing. "We need to find a way out of here." "Alex, help me get Maya up," he directed, his voice a blend of urgency and concern. With Maya injured, their escape plan had taken an unforeseen turn. Ethan and Alex exchanged determined glances, a silent vow passing between them as they realized they were now Maya's crutch, their determination to escape redoubling. The hallway stood eerily silent after the chaotic whirlwind subsided. Maya winced in pain, her injured arm throbbing as Ethan and Alex supported her, their determination to escape now fueled by urgency and concern for their injured friend. "We need to move quickly," Ethan's voice, laced with urgency, broke the tension hanging heavy in the air. "Alex, help Maya stand. We'll get out of here together." Struggling against Maya's pain, the trio pressed on, their steps tentative yet resolute. As they navigated the shadowed corridors, a distant hum reverberated, a haunting echo that led them to a chamber bathed in sinister crimson light. The chamber unveiled a nightmarish scene, a dark, ritualistic ceremony unfolded before them. Hooded figures, members of the enigmatic society, encircled an altar, their chants an ominous symphony. At its center lay a victim, trembling in terror, bound and helpless, the ritual of sacrifice imminent. Ethan's heart pounded in horror, his mind reeling from the surreal sight before him. "We have to do something," he muttered through clenched teeth, his resolve burning bright amidst the chilling scene. The trio, gripped by horror, collectively gasped at the brink of the victim's demise, their involuntary reaction of betraying their presence to the society members. Sensing the intrusion, the society's hooded figures turned towards the trio, their dark gazes piercing the chamber's eerie silence. "Intruders," one of the hooded figures bellowed, a tone laden with both accusation and fury. "We need to get out of here, now." Alex's voice quivered with fear, urging the others to flee as the society members advanced, their ritual momentarily interrupted. Desperate to escape the encroaching threat, the trio turned to flee, but their retreat was abruptly cut short as the society members swiftly closed in, blocking their path. "Call for help." Alex's voice, strained with urgency, urged a Thanto act, the need for assistance stark in the face of the imminent danger. Summoning every ounce of courage, Ethan dialed his AI butler immediately, requesting immediate police assistance and law enforcement intervention. Yet, before the authorities could arrive, a bone-chilling silence fell as the enemy, an enigmatic figure, stepped forth from the shadowed ranks of the society. "Running to your protectors, little lambs," the figure's voice, cold and malevolent, cut through the tension, sending shivers down their spines. The trio stood frozen in fear as the figure, ominous and sinister, delivered a chilling parting message. This city will fall, and you will fall with it. The trio sprinted through the shadow-laden corridors, their footsteps echoing in a frantic rhythm. Behind them, the society members, obscured by hooded cloaks, pursued with relentless determination. Echoes of their heavy boots reverberated against the walls, accompanied by the menacing sound of walls breaking, thunderous crashes as the society used their enigmatic powers to dismantle barriers in their path. Keep moving. Ethan's voice sliced through the tumultuous clamor, urging his friends onward. With each stride, the trio felt the society's presence looming closer, their pursuit unyielding, as if the very shadows conspired to engulf them. The cacophony of destruction and pursuit resounded through the labyrinthine passages, a chilling symphony of menace and fear. As they raced through the dim corridors, the society's sinister cries of intruders pierced the air, a chilling reminder of their impending doom should they be caught. Fueled by desperation, the trio navigated the maze of corridors, their hearts racing in tandem with their footfalls. Shadows danced around them, ominous and foreboding, as the society's relentless chase threatened to engulf them in darkness. Their goal, to reach the safety of the city's limits and summon aid, remained distant amidst the chaos. The walls around them trembled, crumbled, and warped under the society's otherworldly power, threatening to ensnare them in the labyrinth's bowels. The distant sirens of approaching law enforcement offered a glimmer of hope, a lifeline amid the looming threat. Yet, with the society's enigmatic abilities, their escape seemed perpetually just out of reach. Amidst the turmoil, Ethan found himself enveloped in an ethereal vision, a surreal realm bathed in a golden luminance. Within this sanctuary of shimmering light stood the spectral forms of his beloved parents. Fight! Ethan, their voices resonated, reverberating through the gilded expanse, their spectral forms radiant with an otherworldly glow. You are the keeper of our legacy, his father's voice echoed with unwavering strength, while his mother's gaze held a profound tenderness. Keep the Shadow's legacy strong, son. You possess the strength within. Tears welled in Ethan's eyes as he reached out to them, his voice quivering with longing and sorrow. Mom? Dad? Their spectral embrace, once an anchor of comfort, now stirred a tempest of emotions within Ethan, a tidal wave of grief and longing crashing against the shores of his heart. He yearned for their physical presence, their comforting touch, a longing that left him feeling adrift in a sea of memories. I miss you. Ethan's voice trembled with the weight of his emotions, the ache of their absence palpable in his words. We're always with you. Ethan, his mother's voice, a soothing melody, embraced the air, while his father's silhouette radiated assurance. In spirit and in your heart, our legacy lives on within you. Their spectral forms extended a translucent embrace, a poignant hug that transcended the boundary between the tangible and the ethereal. In that surreal moment, Ethan felt the weight of his grief and longing ease, replaced by a newfound warmth, a bittersweet reconciliation with the past. As the vision waned and reality flooded back, Ethan carried within him a renewed resolve, a sense of peace born from the reconciliation with his past and a determined stride toward the challenges awaiting him. In the aftermath of the ethereal visions and turbulent emotions, Ethan found himself in a moment of clarity, a crescendo of determination rising within him. The echoes of his parents' encouraging words reverberated in his mind, lending him strength. Amidst the dim shadows of the room, Ethan stood tall, the weight of responsibility and resolve settling upon his shoulders. With unwavering determination, he cast aside the cloak of fear and uncertainty that had shrouded him for too long. I'm done running. Ethan's voice, though quiet, resounded with unyielding conviction, echoing through the vacant room. I am the heir to my family's legacy, and I refuse to let it be tarnished. His friends, Alex and Maya, stood beside him, their eyes glistening with unspoken emotions, silently offering their support. I won't hide any longer, Ethan declared, his voice gaining strength with each word. I'll defend what's right, protect my friends, and confront the darkness that threatens us. With resolute steps, Ethan reached for the wooden staff he had discarded earlier, a symbolic emblem of his determination. Holding it firmly, he turned to his friends, who sat behind him, huddled together, their tears now mingling with a newfound sense of hope. I'll protect you, Ethan assured them, his voice a steadfast vow. No more hiding. We'll face this together. As he stood at the forefront, wielding the simple wooden staff as a beacon of his newfound resolve, Ethan embraced the weight of responsibility and the legacy that defined him. In that moment, he became the shield for his friends, ready to confront the looming threat with unwavering courage. In the quietude of the room, amidst the intensity of the moment, Ethan felt an unprecedented surge within, an inexplicable energy pulsating through him. As his fingers tightened around the wooden staff, a tingling warmth coursed from it, enveloping him in a cocoon of golden light. In a sudden epiphany, a whisper echoed within Ethan's mind, familiar yet otherworldly, a spectral echo of his parents' voices, urging him to channel his innate strength. Unleash your inner power, their ethereal voices echoed, a gentle yet resolute guidance. Heeding their words, Ethan struck the staff against the floor with unwavering resolve. A radiant shimmer burst forth, emanating from the impact, spiraling outward to encompass Ethan and his friends. A translucent shield, shimmering in resplendent golden hues, materialized before them, forming an impervious barrier against the encroaching darkness. Ethan, astonished yet emboldened, gazed upon the shield, a testament to newfound abilities previously unknown to him. Amidst the adrenaline-fueled moment, a profound realization struck, a recognition that there existed forces beyond his comprehension. The enigmatic powers of the society, coupled with this unexpected surge of his own abilities, hinted at a vast world of mystique and untold secrets. As he stood, enveloped within the protective embrace of the shimmering shield, Ethan's mind grappled with the revelation, the sudden understanding that his family's legacy held deeper mysteries, and that his journey was merely beginning. The moment hung suspended in time, a testament to the dawning realization that his destiny was intertwined with a world beyond his previous understanding, a world of unseen forces and inexplicable powers. Amidst the chaos, the shrill wails of sirens heralded the arrival of law enforcement, their forces converging upon the shadowed edifice that sheltered Ethan and his friends. The police, caught in the maelstrom of confusion, unleashed a volley of warnings and orders, urging those inside to surrender. Ethan, holding steadfast to his newfound abilities, maintained the protective shield around himself and his friends, safeguarding them from the commotion outside. Though surrounded by the chaos, they remained unscathed within the confines of the shimmering barrier. Outside the building, the society, realizing their vulnerability, began to scatter, their sinister figures fading into the labyrinthine alleys. In the fleeting moments before their escape, Ethan seized the opportunity to confront the retreating members. "Wait." Ethan's voice, firm yet resonant with determination, called out to the fleeing society. One figure, their cloak billowing in the wind, paused momentarily, glancing back at Ethan, a fleeting encounter between adversaries locked in a silent standoff. "You think you've won, boy?" The society member's voice, cloaked in a veil of intimidation, resonated in the tense stillness. "This is just the beginning," Ethan retorted, his voice resolute. "I won't rest until your darkness is exposed, and this city is free from your tyranny." With a final disdainful gaze, the society member disappeared into the shadows, leaving Ethan with an unsettling realization that the conflict he faced was far from over, and that confronting the society would demand more than newfound powers and determination. As the police continued their attempts to breach the building, Ethan grappled with the weight of his newfound responsibilities, a realization that his journey had only just begun, and that the forces at play were far more intricate and elusive than he had ever imagined. Ethan awoke in the hushed halls of the hospital. Ethan and his friends lay, bandaged but resilient, recovering from the harrowing events. They found solace in each other's presence, a silent reassurance that they had emerged stronger, bound by a shared experience that had tested their mettle. As sunlight filtered through the windows, casting a hopeful glow upon their healing forms, they exchanged nods of solidarity, a tacit understanding that their journey was far from over. In the quietude of the hospital room, Ethan contemplated the events that had unraveled, a symphony of tumultuous encounters that had irrevocably altered his perception of the world. A resolve stirred within him, a burgeoning determination to confront the shadows that loomed on the horizon. Ethan found himself alone amidst the worn-down shelves of his parents' private library. It had been a day since he got out of the hospital. In the quiet sanctum of the library, Ethan stood surrounded by the volumes that chronicled generations of guardians, the guardians of the Shadow's legacy. The ethereal glow of antique tomes cast a soft radiance, illuminating the path he had tread thus far. Amidst the hallowed shelves, a sense of solitude mingled with whispered echoes of ancient wisdom. As Ethan traced his fingers along the weathered spines, memories of trials and revelations flooded his consciousness, a journey marked by loss, discovery, and an awakening of untold potential. In the embrace of ancient lore, Ethan found himself standing at the precipice of destiny, a destiny forged by the echoes of his lineage and the untamed power within. His heart, once burdened by grief, now echoed with a resolute determination, a determination to safeguard his city and preserve the legacy entrusted to him. With every turn of a page, Ethan uncovered secrets, deciphered cryptic prophecies, and found solace in the wisdom of his predecessors. The weight of responsibility sat firmly upon his shoulders, a mantle of protectors passed down through generations. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the library, Ethan's resolve hardened. He stood amidst the profound silence, an ember of a legacy rekindled within him, a legacy that would transcend time and adversity. In that moment of solitude, amidst the whispers of bygone heroes and forgotten prophecies, Ethan accepted his fate, a fate woven into the tapestry of a world veiled by shadows. The library bore witness to Ethan's unspoken oath to stand as a guardian against darkness, to embrace the untamed power within, and to honor the legacy that thrived within his veins. Yet, within the quietude of the library's sanctum, an unsettling chill swept through Ethan. Visions tore through the serenity, a haunting display of the society, enshrouded in dark cloaks, encircling him within an ominous cloud tinged with an eerie pink glow. Their murmurs echoed, threatening his purpose, wielding an unsettling magic. The true test awaits, young guardian, the haunting whispers echoed, their malevolent intent palpable. Your destiny hangs by a thread, they hissed, their words laden with foreboding menace. Ethan staggered, his pulse quickening, as the chilling visions of the society's ominous magic cloud lingered in the air, a portentous sign of the dangers awaiting him.